What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. You guys already know what this is. This is Queen Sugar. I know y'all been waiting. I've been to hell and back to get y'all this episode, and I was glad to do it. I'll do it again, okay? Devil be damned. You can't stop me, devil. You can't stop me. Okay, so let's talk about this episode. This is episode 7 of season 3. And it gave us what we've been waiting on. All that other stuff we're going to talk about is fine. It's fine. We're going to talk about that and we're going to get some value out of it. But what went on in the end, this is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for these Landrys to come. Now, I'm sorry, these Borderlones to come back together and stand back to back and fight these Landrys like they supposed to. Okay? Like it's supposed to be done. You know what I'm saying? Black Panther, Wakanda style. Let's get into it. Okay. First of all, happy 60th birthday to Aunt Vi. This is the whole episode evolves or revolves or runs through or runs by or is associated with Aunt Vi's birthday. Of course, you guys know how much I love Aunt Vi and how much I love Hollywood. And they give us everything we need on this episode. The episode opens up with Hollywood and Aunt Vi talking. Hollywood brings in some birthday flowers that someone has sent her. And she is so excited about having a little birthday lunch down at the Italian restaurant. This is what she always does for her birthday. And she doesn't see why her 60th birthday should be any different. Y'all know Hollywood want to throw her a party. Now you know the first time we had a party was for Blue's birthday and we lost Papa Bordelon. The second time we had a party, we found out about Leanne and our heart was broken. Okay, our heart was truly broken. Okay, when we found out about Hollywood's wife. Now, so I don't blame Vi for being a little sketchy about a party. I was a little sketchy too, but the party did not disappoint. I digress. She's finding out that contract that the grocery store owner sent over, the one they talked about last episode, he wanted 60%. I said, girl, you got to watch them blue eyes. You got to watch them blue eyes, especially when it come with that vanilla. Okay? I'm just saying, everybody, they ain't all bad. I'm just saying you do have to keep your good eye on them. They love to keep their good eye on us. We have to keep our good eye on them. Aunt Vi say that she ain't nothing but a glorified mammy cooking for 40%. That ain't her company. That's his company. And Hollywood say, well, it's in his stores. He putting up all the money, so on and so forth. So I guess he feel like that's what he got. That's what he need. Now, you know, Hollywood would buy her whatever she wanted. Hollywood got good money from that rig explosion. Now, Aunt Vi thinking for herself. She ain't asking Hollywood for nothing, but she thinking for herself. She's saying she puts up, you know, does a drawing of a little small storefront, little small black-owned business, Vi's Prize Pies. You know, she thinking about getting her own pie shop, her own bakery. Okay, I think it's a great idea. Work for yourself. Make your own money. You could write your own ticket. That's what I mean. So I thought that was a good conversation. Later on, we see, listen, Hollywood gives Aunt Vi a empty box for her birthday. And he tell her how much he love her, how much he want to be with her, that he gonna, whatever she want, he gonna put it in that box. He gonna fill that box with it. Because all he want is to give her her heart's desire. Now, I don't know how she kept from jumping up there and swinging on that man like monkey bars, because I'm telling you, okay, it just turns me on. Like, I don't even mind telling y'all that a kind, thoughtful, generous man, not just necessarily generous, because I've had generous men that weren't thoughtful. I've had generous men that, you know, was buying something, you know what I'm saying, possessing something. But Hollywood is a I'm telling you, that's my man. That's my man. So, Lord, send me a Hollywood, Jesus. Listen, next thing we see Will DeMay. Now, you know Will DeMay is Hollywood's mama. She done surprised him and got on the bus and came down there. Now, evidently, Wilder May and Aunt Vi ain't never really got along. Probably because Aunt Vi ain't too far off from Wilder May's age. Now, she look like she might be 75, you know what I'm saying? 75, 78-ish. And Aunt Vi about to turn 60. So she feel like we all in the same demographic while you trying to date my son. But she has come to learn that Hollywood loves Vi, and she in turn is trying to show Vi that love. She brings her a beautiful gift. She makes her a handmade apron. She stitched on the front of it Vi's prize pies, and Aunt Vi loves it. Prior to this, Vi pulled Hollywood to the side and said, "Where your mama gonna stay?" You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do. Where your mama gonna stay? And he was like, "I can't put my mama in a hotel." That was when she got the gift. And when she got the gift, she was like, "Come on, girl, let me put you over here in the guest room," right? Vi got a beautiful home, a beautiful piece of property. So she opens a home up to the lady, and they go out and they have a good time. Prior to this, Hollywood get to sit down a minute and talk to his mama. And his mama is concerned about him. She understands his love for Vi, but she also tells him what her issue with Vi was. She got everything she need. What she needs you for, really. You know what I'm saying? A woman that's been through as much as she's been through don't need a man as much. You know what I'm saying? They learn to live without. They learn to make do for themselves, and they realize the value of being independent. Also, he talks about his dad and how his dad was. His dad was a good provider, but evidently he wasn't as great to his mom as Hollywood would have liked. But the mama defended him. She said he was a good provider and he did all he could with all he knew. What she worried about is Hollywood being so consumed with making Vi happy that he forget about himself. He did the same thing with Leanne. He got with Leanne, and knowing that she wasn't right, because his mama told him so, he was so determined that he's going to be a good man. He's going to stick by his word. He is going to love a woman the way she is supposed to be loved. So every woman he get with, he treat them with the same love and respect. Now, Aunt Vi is different. He loves her. He loves everything about her. And he told her so when he gave her that empty box. But, his mama said, "What about kids? I know you want children." And he said, "Well, we put that behind us. We've come to terms with that, and we put that behind us." And it's a moment. It's almost like she planted seeds of doubt. And I'm like, no. I don't know where this is going, but it's making me nervous. So, Vi and Wilder May go out and hang out for a little bit. When they come back, Hollywood done threw Vi a surprise party. Y'all know Hollywood really know how to party. They got a dance floor, they got a bar, they got a grill, they got tents set up, balloons everywhere, fully decorated. They got people playing cards and bones and electric slide. This is a party. It is an amazing function that he put together. And they all drinking, they having a good time. It's a ton of fun. And Hollywood and Vi make such a great speech at the end of that party. Okay, she gets an opportunity to talk about she'd rather be nowhere else been celebrating with them and with her man Hollywood. And he gives her a kiss. Now, this is the second time he mentions her being a Desaulniers, which is his last name. Violet Desaulniers. Now, she didn't give us the same look when he said that the first time when he gave her the box. But this second time they making a speech and he makes the comment, and she got a weird look on her face. He can't wait to make her Violet Desaulniers, which is his last name. And she got a weird look on her face. Now, so people start leaving. She getting drier and drier and drier. And later on when she get in the bedroom, it's her birthday. It's time for birthday sex. Birthday sex. I'm like, get it back, get it. Get you some of that. Oh, Wakanda. Anywho, he kissing all up on her. She's like, "I'm tired tonight. I don't want to do it." It's starting out wrong. Like, what's going on, Vi? And finally she tell him she want to keep her name. She don't want to be Violet Bordelon Desaulniers. She don't want to be Violet Desaulniers. She want to be Violet Bordelon. She don't want to give up her name. Okay, She feel like if she give up her name, it's a possession. And he gave a beautiful speech. He did. He told her. When he realized she was dead serious, he said, "Are you kidding?" She wasn't kidding. Okay, she meant business. And he said, everything you've asked me for, I don't ask you for much. Everything you asked me for, I made it happen. You didn't want a big wedding, no problem. You didn't want me to take care of you. You don't want me to see about you. You don't want me to tell you what's right even when you're sick. You don't want me to help you, support you in any kind of way. The one thing I want, just for you to show the world that I belong to you. Okay, that I'm yours. You take my name. That's all I want. And she was like, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. Of course, he get up and go sleep on the couch. He is mad as hell. And I was mad too. I was like, come on, Vi, don't mess this up for us. Don't mess this up for us. Come on, Vi. Oh, it upset me so bad. I was like, girl, you've been alone too long. You've been alone too long. A lot of us as single women, we make these mistakes until he go to talk to his mama. She about to leave. And mama went ahead and brought it on home for us. She really did. She had some pearls of wisdom throughout this episode. But when she said, as long as you have her heart, a name change don't matter. And Hollywood instantly feels better. And he and Vi get to talking. And they make up. And he concedes. He's not going to force her to take his name. There's one more thing he giving up. I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Your mama might be right, Hollywood. Oh, I can't help that nagging feeling. But we can get through this. We can get through this. We're going to work this out. And she decides to concede on the big wedding. Let's blow it out. Let's show these people how to party. So he's happy about that. So that's Aunt Vi in Hollywood. Okay. Of course, the whole family was there, but we're going to talk about all that. Let's talk about Ralph Angel. Ralph Angel at the High Yellow, he talking to Dale. Dale is the ex-convict that had all them folks sitting up in his house, and he had to throw the man out. The man apologized. I didn't mean to put your family in jeopardy and all this stuff. It's a good apology, and I believe him. He just want his job. I ain't got to have a place to stay. He just want his job, and Ralph Angel concedes. It was a good moment. I loved it, and I love that actor, that guy's New Orleans accent. It is spot on. It's beautiful. I love it, right? So, let's see. What else? Darla calls, and she learns that Blue has stopped asking about leaving. I forgot to mention that in the last episode. This was the nail in Ralph Angel's coffin when Blue said he wanted to go live with Mommy when he was hollering. Him and Darla was hollering back and forth at each other. Well, he done finally settle down and stop asking to go live with her. And she's glad she got his room together, but she don't even want this kind of contention. This is why I'm riding out for Darla. I'm riding out for Darla right now. Because she don't even want that kind of contention. She said kids say things they don't mean sometimes, and so do adults too. She's trying to let you know. She's trying to let you know. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to say it the way I said it. I just was thrown off, you know, with all these ninjas up in the house and my baby, and it just made me feel some type of way. And, you know, Ralph Angel is just cold to it. You know, and I said to myself, Ralph Angel really act like he don't have no flaws. He really do. It kind of pisses me off a little bit. Okay, so she want to take Blue for the weekend. Well, he forget to tell her it's Aunt Vi's birthday, and Aunt Vi gonna want Blue there. So she said, that's fine. That's fine. You want to take him to that? That's fine. I'll come get him the next morning and take him to breakfast, okay? So he just gets on off the phone with him and moves along. So then we see when he's at the party playing Bones, in come Trin. Trin is the Vietnamese girl from down at the shrimp factory. She come in and meet everybody, and they dance a little bit on the dance floor, and then she meets Blue. Blue is like, Harpo, who is this woman? But you know, it don't take but a little couple of conversations of distraction, and kids kind of get distracted. Meanwhile, Aunt Vi needs some ice. So Blue gives Ralph Angel the okay. She alright, she cool. I guess she can ride with us to the store. They go to the store. Trin, Blue, and Ralph Angel. When they coming out of the store with the ice, and Trin and Blue playing around a little bit, they see Ralph Angel look over and see Darla at the gas pumps. She can't say nothing. He can't say nothing. They all move along. Later on, when she come and get Blue for breakfast, she tell him we need a schedule. We need to get a schedule. because I feel like you did it on purpose. Now, see, she back and forth. She back and forth. She was angry with the people in the house, and then she apologized, kind of, sort of. And then now she's angry because he with somebody else, and she's constantly having to pace herself back because she knows that it was a lie that she told that really just brought their whole idyllic couple relationship, them getting back together, and it just tore it down. This lie really was the end of that. And so she has to constantly kind of pace herself down a little bit. You know, you want to be mad, you want to be pissed off. She do ask him, after Blue go on back to brush his teeth and stuff, she asked him, who was she? And he tells us a friend from work. Okay, all right. But we still do need to have a schedule. And, you know, she says, you're trying to keep him from him. And he said, you know, that's not it at all, darling. And she kind of calms down a little bit after she finds out who she is. She's got to process that. Her and Blue go on about their business. It's a moment. It's a moment. I can understand Darla wanting to talk about a schedule, and I believe they do need a schedule. I think this is what they're going to do. They're going to live apart. They need to learn how to live apart right. Okay? Okay, so let's talk about Nova. Y'all know Nova is one of my favorite characters. But this situation she got going on with Remy, it's not a good fit for me. It's not a good fit for me. First of all, we see Nova talking to Prosper, and Prosper's gonna be my MVP for this episode, and I'm gonna tell you why. Prosper, I don't know what's about to happen with his character. I am not sure, but Prosper was dropping gems all over this episode. Okay, all over this here episode. She's sitting on the porch talking to Prosper, talking about the land, how he ended up owning the land. He went away, was in the military. The land kept calling him back and came back. He leased the land. Have you ever thought about buying the land? Did you ever think about buying the land? And he said, I tried 7 ways of Sunday, but I had my wife, I had my daughter, and the Landers was just not trying to do that. And she said, well, do you think it was better to lease the land than own the land? I know my daddy had property taxes and all this stuff. And he said, no, you know, a man's land, the land is important for a man. And he starts telling her about how her daddy, the problem wasn't the land, the problem was the milling. The milling was so expensive that it made it was backbreak. It made the work worth even less, even though they was working hard, because he was barely breaking even, and it was all the Landry's doing. And he was talking about how he and his daddy, he and her daddy were good friends, and they didn't just become friends over the farm. And he said, but your daddy trusted me. And one night, me and your daddy walked these fields for hours. Okay, he tells about the conversation. It was after Trudy died. He didn't even know how he was just so inundated with all of his financial responsibilities, seeing about the kids, and Trudy had just passed, and the Landers keep after him about his land, and the money ain't right. And he was really thinking about ending it all. And she was like getting out of farming. He was like, no, ending it all. Ending it all. Your daddy walked that land with me for hours with a gun. And I really appreciated him trusting me with all of his hurt and his pain. Okay, I'm glad that I was able to be there for him and encourage him and talk him out of doing something like that. And it's a moment for her. She realizes that as beautiful and as wonderful as this land is, you know, it had been a great source of anxiety and stress for her dad, and she regrets it. She regrets it. She probably also regrets the fact that she was off doing kind of her own thing and not really paying a little bit more attention to what was going on with her daddy. You know, it's a lesson for us all. So at Aunt Vi's party, Nova's feeling some type of way. She's sitting off by herself, and Remy is there, of course. He's at all the functions. He eases up behind her and tries to kind of talk to her a little bit. It's nothing fresh. It's nothing fresh. He's just still trying to be kind of cute and kind of flirty. He's got jokes and all of that. He kind of wears her down just a little bit. But He wants to go dance, and she's just like, I think I want to stay to myself for a minute. I found something out about my dad and I'm feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's thinking about smart decisions. What's the smart decision? I need to make smart decisions. I need to make better moves in my own life, and I can respect that from her. I don't know what the hell's going on with Remy. I really don't know what the hell is going on with Remy. Now, you don't know, who don't know that that's bad business for you to be with her, be trying to be with Nova, and you was just, first of all, you put Charlie through so much before you would even really give her a kiss good. You put her through so much. Even that moment that you was like to mount her, climb on top of her, and get her that good. You still was running her through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? You played the self-righteous mode. Now, if you think that Nova's going to be a little bit more controllable, a little bit more pliable to your every will, Remy, you got another thing coming, because Miss Nova will chew you up and spit you out. What you trying to do is get your D wet wherever you can. Like I said, I'm starting to think it's something up with Remy. Okay, but then Ava try to push this tender moment on us when Nova is back in the kitchen trying to wash up a few glasses, and here come Remy. He get right up next to her, you know what I'm saying, and then, you know, kind of touch her a little bit, and next thing you know, they holding hands. They putting her dark-skinned hand and his light-skinned hand together like that. No words are being spoken. It's just these little intimate moments that let me know that somebody finna get pushed down in the barn and hit hard from the back. And I don't like it. It's not good business, Nova. Come to yourself. She puts a hand on his shoulder and all of that, and Aunt Vi's coming around the corner. They know they got to break it up. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? If it feels wrong, if it smells wrong, if it tastes wrong, it's wrong, Nova. It's wrong, Remy. Get the hell on. Go on, get. Go on. I done lost so much respect for him. And then you don't even have the nerve to even talk to Charlie about it. Like, how you think she's supposed to be? She's supposed to just suck up the fact that y'all want to be together? Like, what the hell? This ain't what you want, Remy. This is not what you want. Go ahead and find you somebody out there in the world and get away from these borderline girls. Let's talk about Micah real quick. Now, Micah and Kiki all kissed up and hugged up in Aunt Vi at Aunt Vi party. They done found them a bedroom in the back, baby. And Aunt Vi done kicked that door in and pinned it open and sent them scattering. Y'all best to get on up out of here trying to make no great nieces and nephews. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Separate. Okay, but before they separate, they had to talk a little bit. Well, his friends, his activism friends, texting him. And he said they want us to come over to the quarry after we leave here. Y'all know a lot of shit go on in the quarry that don't need to be going on in the quarry. She was like, yeah, Mom, why don't we stay to the party end? Why don't we stay for the full party? He was like, yeah, okay, cool. Wherever you are is where I want to be. She was like, you sure are hanging out with them a lot? I thought they was your friends. That's what he tell her. She was like, yeah, they are my friends, but we in two different places. We believe in doing the same things differently. It's a hint. It's a moment for him, but he don't catch it. Meanwhile, Aunt Vi come back and break that thing on up and send them on off, right? You ain't making no babies in my back room. Not today. All right. So they send them on about their business. Let's talk about Charlie, y'all. Charlie incognito at a local cafe. I ain't see no black people. I think I saw a woman of Latino or Latina ethnicity come and bring a paper, and in that paper it's talking about Davis. Like, let's move on from this. She got her glasses on, you know, dog glasses on, like she just came from the Betty Ford clinic, and she read the paper and tuck it down in her purse. She's carrying a lot of shame about this Davis and love child situation. Up walks Jacob Boudreaux. And he was like, I didn't mean to scare you away. She was like, I wasn't scared. I just got family things to discuss. And she is clearly looking like, oh, don't sit down, do not sit down. And he was like, well, I would love to take you to dinner and, you know, and talk to you. I had a good time. She was like, yeah, I had a good time too. And she said, let's take it slow. We're going to take it slow. Let's pump our brakes right here. I got some things I need to get settled before I move forward with anything else. And he knows, he understands, he knows what's going on with Davis and all of that. So maybe he's none the wiser to the fact that she really ain't feeling him no kind of way, or so we think. When she goes to look in her purse after he walks off, she sees Romero's number. Okay, we remember Romero. I'd have been remembered Romero. I don't know why she just coming to her. And we don't see Charlie no more for the episode. Until Vi's party. We don't see her hanging with the family, none of that. Now, she's on the outskirts, one, because she's on the outskirts with the family. With Vi and all of those. They feeling some type of way because of how she did the whole meal situation when they found out. And also she's on the outskirts because she don't want nobody to say nothing to her about her and Davis. It was odd because the last party they had, the one where Vi got her feelings hurt, her and Remy was dancing and flirting, and it was clear that they had energy, connected, chemistry together. And so her standing on that very, very outskirts, and Prosper walks up to her and says, you hanging out here? And she was like, yeah, And he said, being lied to ain't easy. He talking about the Davis situation. And he tells her something so poignant. Boy, when I tell you, he tells her, he said, listen, I understand. My second wife was the love of my life, but she wasn't my first wife. And Charlie is shocked. He's like, no, she's my second wife. And he tells her, you can get distracted by your past or you can focus on your future. You can get distracted by your past or you can focus on your future. It's a moment. It's a moment. Later on, after that, she meeting Romero for pie. Remember, Romero know a great pie place. Well, I think them Aunt Vi's pies that they eating, and they have a conversation about his big mama and how she taught him to cook and lick the spoon, and he's got a whole family over there in Mexico that he hardly is able to see because it's getting harder and harder to come back and forth from across the border. So it's a moment, a current day moment. Okay, so he asked if she can cook, and she's like, no, it's a good thing I can cook. Next time we go to my place, I'll make you something nice to eat. And she smiles. It's a moment where she don't owe him nothing. He don't owe her nothing. She don't have to be fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a moment for her to relax and not think about being Charlie Borderline. Okay? Outside of the emotions and the feelings, it's something brewing with these Borderlones and with these Landrys. This is about the fight against good and evil. Charlie's private eye comes over the next morning to the house, and she lays out the plans. Just like that, before she discusses it with Charlie, we see Charlie now with the family. They all standing around in her kitchen. Ralph Angel, Nova, Aunt Vi, and Charlie. And they talking about what's really happening with the land. What are the Landrys doing with all this surveying, kicking all the people that's leasing the property off the land, all of that? What is really going on? The Landrys and the Boudreaux trying to get a bid for trying to get the land because they're trying to get a bid for a federal contract, and the federal contract is meant to is for putting a privatized jail, a privatized penitentiary on the property. Okay, they've sold all the land around them. They've got it collected, except them 800 acres right in the center is the borderline land. If they can get them borderlines off that land, they can bid for this private, this contract to build a private jail on borderline land. Now, you know Ralph Angel's feeling some type of way because I be got dang if you build a jailhouse on this property. He's already been in the system. He already knows it's some bull crap. It's legalized slavery. He already knows that. It hits Nova like a ton of bricks. This is the moment. It goes off. This is the moment that we realize all this petty stuff, all these little separate things, Trin and Remy and names and all of this stuff, it is small potatoes. Okay, small potatoes compared to what the Boudreaux and the Landrys are trying to do. They trying to steal any way necessary. Please do not make the mistake of thinking that blood will not be shed. Trying to steal by any means necessary the Borderlone's property. They the only people that own their own land. And put a jail on it. It's about to go down. Okay, you guys tell me what you think. Put it down below. What y'all think about Remy and Nova? That's not sitting right with me. Like, I just did not like all that sneaky touching. And why y'all separating? Why y'all separating? If it's cool and copacetic for y'all to all be all hugged up and together, why y'all separating when y'all here on vibe? Because that shit is foul, what y'all doing. Okay, you ain't gonna make me be able to see it no different. Now, I was feeling some type of way about Vi taking her name until the mama explained it, you know, in a way that I understood a little better. But this stuff that's going on with Remy and Nova, I'm sorry, I'm never gonna understand. Y'all tell me what you think. Put it down below. Until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah.